Hello and welcome to the Project Data Analytics Part 3. In this part we will see the introduction to Power Query, what is Power Query, what it can do for us. We will see the data structuring, how we can automate the data and avoid repetitive tasks, and then we will see the data modeling, what is data modeling and how we can develop our own schema using the data modeling. So the first thing you need to do is open Power BI. So it's a fresh Power BI file and you need to sign in with your company account, because Power BI so far Microsoft doesn't allow for a private account. So once it is open, so what we need to do, first we need to link our data source. So right away we will go into this tab, transform, which is under home and transform data, and it will pop up the Power Query editor. So here in Power Query editor we need to bring the data source. Which data source? Which is here, which we brought from P6. These reports we ran into P6 and now they are here. So we want to connect them through Power Query with Power BI. So we are in Query editor. So I will attach the resource data sources, then we will go in detail a little bit that what is Power Query, what it can do for us. So sources. So what is our source? Our source is CSV file, because every report which we extract from P6, it comes out as a CSV file. CSV means comma separated value. So we need to bring that file. So once I go there and I can see where is my file, I need to go into the desktop, in here data source. So these are my file. So I can call them. So this is my file. So it is now coming here. So it is giving me the first 200 row, based on them the preview. So I can see the preview is okay, because I know that first column, the second column, the third column was spreadsheet field, and then the date started. So it seems okay. So you need to make sure it is there as well with you. So what we exported for connected first, activity distribution. So we need to connect the other sources as well. I will go in there, activities fact table. So it appears to be good as well, fine. Then another file which is resource assignment distribution. Yeah, it is coming as well. Just to make sure things are fine. And now I will do for the last report, same CSV format, resource ID. We have 3. Okay. So now we will see what is Power Query. Power Query is a simple a tool inside Power BI, which is also present in Excel. So it is usually used for data automation. It does so many different tasks for us so quickly, which if we do in Excel will take a lot of time, because the language of Power Query is entirely different from Excel. The language which is used in Power Query is called M language or M code. So we are using that. We will actually not learn in detail what is M code, because this is not our task. Whatever we are going to do, we will be using the steps which are very easy and they are recorded here, and our you can say desired requirement will be fulfilled. So the important things to note about Power Query is that there are few tabs. One of them is like home. You can see the data here. For example, keep these are the same kind of Excel. You will see such things in Excel as well. Remove rows, keep the rows, remove column. They by name we can understand what is this. And then if I go into, for example, transform data, in transform and add column, they are quite similar. You can say 70 to 80% they are similar. The only difference is that whatever operation I am doing inside transform tab, it will be applicable to that specific column which I am doing. But if the same function I am doing in add column, so what Power Query will do, it will retain the original column and apply the same operations in another column. It will add another column. So this is the main difference between them. So what functions do we have here? Transpose the data, okay, reverse the rows, count the rows, and then we have pivot, unpivot. We will see what is this, and split column, and then this extract parts. These are the values, how you deal with them, statistics, maximum, minimum, average. These are the basic operations there. So it happens here. So we will be doing some specific tasks which are comfortable. We are comfortable with these tasks in our data structuring, because we need a specific type of data which I have created a method. So we will be following this in order to make our required data structure. So for that, now we will be recalling the definition of star schema, which is fact table and dimension table. So anything where we have written distribution, you need to understand this is a dimension table, okay, and data is repeated here. So we need to consider fact means it's a fact table, data is not repeated here. Data means activity ID and primary key, okay. So what I am going to do, first of all, you need to remove the changes. These are the changes done by Power Query itself. It's an intelligence software, so it does. So we do not need to. We do not do this. Only the source. You need to do it for all the ones. Okay. We don't want. So first of all, I will go into the activities distribution, and you need to understand all these steps which I'm going to do, and you need to do them as well. So if you do once, they are enough. You do not need to do every time, because this is the purpose of Power Query, that automation is done. So what are the steps? First of all, I need to remove the first row because I do not need that. For that, but where I will go in this home tab and I will say remove the top row. It will ask me first row, so it will remove this row. Then what I want the use first row as a header. Okay, so I want this to be header, so I will just click here. It is done. You see the steps are recorded here. These are exactly like the macros in Excel, that they do repetition. Once you make a macro for something, it does so quickly for you, and every time it is doing for you automation. So these are the automation, just recorded steps which Power Query will be doing. If I go back, you see the data is in the same position where it was previously. If I go to promoted header, so now you see the data is these headers are promoted. So this is the very powerful feature of Power Query. So after that, change type we do not need, we will do by ourselves. Okay, so one thing what we will do, we need to split the column. Why? Because whenever you export reports from P6, the first column, which is activity ID, will always have the space there. So we need to remove that. So what I will do, simply go by delimit space leftmost. It is broken, so I will just remove that column and I will rename that to activity ID. This is done. After that, what I am going to do, select this one and this one. So what you need to make it the null value. So for that, I will going to replace empty value with the null value. So the null value will be here. Then after, what I need, because you see these are dimension table. I told you why, because I said to you, just remember distributed means dimension. Why it is dimension? Now you can see this activity ID, which is this activity name, is going to be repeated 5 times more here. See, 1 time and 5 times here, because this activity ID belongs to all these values. This is the layout of P6, how it extracts from the report. So we need to make sure nothing is empty here. This is a key thing, that primary key never have the empty row. It should have some data there. So what I did with null, actually this is a trick to do, because the step which I am going to do now is not applicable to CSV file if the data is empty. So I need to make it null. So when I will go there and I will do fill down. So once I do fill down, they should come down, but they are not coming. So there is a reason for that. Why? Because this null is not accurate. We have done a capital N. So what I am going to do is just cancel this step and cancel this step, and I will go again to this step, and now I'm going to change that every empty value should be is equal to null and the N should be small. So now you will see the data will be on the right side and it will be correct here. Now I am going to select the same 2 columns and fill them down. So now you see they are filled down. See, it was only until here, now it is until this point, so it is filled down. So this is what we wanted. After that, we need to make this data, which is distributed data, into this step which I am going to do. So you need to understand that. Unpivot this data. Once you do unpivot, now data which was horizontally distributed, now it is distributed vertically here. So this part is our date, so we will call it dates ID. We could call week or month, but we are making it general so that we know later if you want to use any time scale we can use. So it's dates ID. What is this? I will go back one step back and we will see what data was there. These are time scale, and below time scale what we have? Actual cost, earned value cost, planned cost, all these things. So we know that these are the units of cost. Okay, it could be